For girl, you know that I love you. Oh yeah, right. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. In the end, I'm your TP. I'm the beach, you're the bikini. The remote control, you're the TV. DVD player, I'm the CD. I can see us closer than 3D. Girl, your love is sweeter than kiwi. I can be your Adam, you can be Eve. I'm gon' bite that apple, believe me. I've been searching hard for your love, like a miner digging for gold. And if haters were the ocean, we would stay afloat with the boats. And if you were 4 tires, I would let you ride on my road. If I were your stripper pole, would you work me until I'm rusty and old? Oh yeah, right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. With angel eyes, you must be heaven sent. Our hearts had a collision, and mind you left a dent. This love is meant to happen, girl. It's not an accident. So if you give me your heart, I promise I will represent. You're my pieces, I'm your puzzle. You're my rain, I'm your puddles. You're my teddy bear like Snuggle.
I'm in my brain.
I need you, yeah. I need you.
I'm not allowed to play again for you. I can't lie to you. You know why? Because I won't spend the rest of my life with you. Come come here, I take it, babe. You will take it too. You know why? Because my when you look good. See your friend said that. I can represent my head. Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Love and caring.
Yes, I will.
To love and to go.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
To love and to go.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
Okay, Lord, wow.
Oh yes, I will marry you. I will come here for you. If you give me chance, I will cook for you. Now my head, I will carry you. Oh yes, I will marry you. I will come here for you. If you give me chance, I will cook for you. Now my head, I will carry you.
The day you agree to marry me, now that day your story changed. Because I will show you love. I will give you care. I will give you kabaki. Give you that chicken hair. No flowers here we can't run. I will make you really you. Now not back at you. When you go in by your own neighborhood, when they see you, respect. Now the only thing they will give you. The only thing you will lack. Now they will what you not ask me for. You won't feel your head at night. You won't play your news. What you won't do? You won't go up to you. You won't go to places. Don't worry. You already get a mental sorry. Smile now. You can't walk me now. You won't kiss me anywhere. Go ahead and kiss me now.
They know that I want you. I can make it without you. Don't beat that can't do. The things you not do for me. But I can't let me fall for you. I want that you say like you. Can buy me all the good goods. Baby, can't let me fall for you. I want that you say like you. Can buy me all the good goods. Rub my body, baby. Kiss me in the public. Anytime you're ready, must say do I am ready. Rub my body, baby. Kiss me in the public. Anytime you're ready, must say do I am ready.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Love and caring.
Yes, I will.
To love and to go.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
To love and to go.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
Okay, Lord, wow.
Relationship like I'm on them. Never about me again. You're the only one I want. All of them, I look on my party. Oh yeah. She wanna see romance. Oh yeah. Come out as so interesting. Oh yeah. She get it back from Big Justin. Oh yeah. Falling hard for you. Oh yeah. All comes through. Oh yeah. My Feeling my back too. All of them, darling, I'm a Betty. She wanna see romance. About the same Jasmine. She get it back from me, Jasmine. I'm for you. All for you. My back too. Are you feeling my back too? Baby, let me say.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Another great, wonderful, and pleasant Thursday morning. Today is the 10th day of August, AD 2023. Yep, we are left with exactly 2 months to the general and presidential election. Yeah, exactly 2 months. Let's see. So, if you had stayed there and I'm trying to get an update from the National Elections Commission website and see how far we are when it comes to the National Elections Commission. Let's see. Why? Okay, their website is a little, they say that it's unavailable for now. Yeah, that's the National Elections Commission. I wanted to update you guys on where we stand. So welcome, Bwakai Amara Kamara is my name. I'm pretty seated here, with you this morning. Once you are there, I'm here. So it's you and I doing this show this morning. Probably later on, my friend and brother Darlington Collins may likely be joining in. Yesterday I couldn't be here. Yeah, I was a little bit tired. Not to say I celebrated a birthday, but I just got up with some body pain, so I couldn't make it to work this morning. But it's good I went and took some treatment yesterday, and then I'm back here this morning. We have to be here every morning to take you through because the election is here, and we have to inform you on everything that is happening in Liberia. You know, some people not here, even though they are getting updated from the social media, but they like following shows from back home. So let me say once again, it's a pleasant being here today. We will look at a few things. President George Manuel Weah kickstart his campaign tour in Mosurado County. Yeah. So the president is on his campaign tour. Day before yesterday, he was in district number 7 and 8 today. Yesterday, he was in district number 14. Today, he will be in district number 9 and district number 9, district number 10. Yep, he will be there. He will be in district number 9 and district number 10. Yeah, so far, the momentum is gearing up. But on day before yesterday, when he went down Waterside, there was this scene wherein was it either Waterside or Radita Market, one of the marketplaces. The supporters, those that our mothers that are selling in the market, started chanting. They said, "Our market leaking, our market leaking." While he was passing, They were, they were singing our slogan, "Our market leaking, our market leaking," something like that. So I don't know if that sent a message to President Weah that there is need for him to look at their concern and do something about their market structure there. In Watersa, I think Watersa market. So, Mr. President, you need to do something about that. So, today, like I said, Mr. President will be in district number 9 and district number 10. When other people, and today, the United Party presidential candidate in person of Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai, according to them, there's a statement that was put out yesterday by the Unity Party. It said the standard bearer of the Unity Party, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai, Rescue One will announce the full rescue mission campaign team today, Thursday, August 10th, 2023. So today, August 10th, 2023, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai will be, announcing his rescue mission campaign team. Partisans and supporters, well-wishers are asked to assemble at the Rescue Mission Center to welcome Rescue One. Venue is Rescue Mission Center campaign headquarters on the FE New Road. Time 2 p.m. So 2 p.m. today, Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai will be naming his campaign team. We thought it wise to let you know about that event that is happening in the Unity Party. George Weah will be in district number 9, district number 10. We thought it wise to let you know about what that happening in the Coalition for Democratic Change. But we don't have any information about the CPP. Once we get information about the CPP, the LPP, and other political parties on event that will be taking place, we'll let you know. So those are the things that are happening today politically in Liberia. So we thought it wise in letting you know. And there's this rumor circulating. It hasn't been confirmed yet. We saw some supporters of the Unity Party posting on their various social media pages that former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is thinking about endorsing the presidential bid of Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai. Like I said, it haven't been confirmed yet, but we are seeing it in the corridor. We saw it on some top officials of the Unity Party Facebook page or their pages saying that the former president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, may likely be supporting Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai. Yeah, we wait to see if that will happen. If that happen, will it be a plus or a minus to the team of Ambassador Boakai? How would that appear to the CDC? Because she really supported George Weah in the 2017 elections, and later on it became public because when they were breaking ground for the Menacoma Highway there in Lofa, she took George Weah along with her. So later on it came out that is an unconfirmed news up until we can see if it will happen, because the former president told us that once she's alive, former Vice President Joseph Boakai will never be president. So I don't know.
Why God did she really say so? Did she really say so, Boakai?
If that will happen. So we wait to see if the Unity Party people will welcome her and they will go about announcing that very soon. So let me say good morning to Big Brother Good morning. Let me welcome you here first now.
Yeah,
What
because,
happened? Let me welcome you.
Waka, you know what?
No, let me welcome you here
want
first.
to
Good
come
morning,
here.
good morning, and welcome to the show. Because you
I
just
want
have
to
to
come
wait.
here fighting. I want to come here in a fighting spirit first, Waka. Listen, you giving our information because this platform is a very powerful platform. Has Ellen Johnson Sirleaf ever say anything like that as long as I'm alive, Joseph Newman Boyka would never be president? Has she really
That's
said
been in
that?
the corridor. That's been in the corridor for a very long time. You just hearing that?
No.
If
I'm
you just
asking
hearing
you.
that, they probably if you just hearing that, they
It's
probably
Waka.
maybe new to our
Waka.
body politics,
Waka.
Mr. Gonglo.
I'm asking you a question. Is this something she said it publicly or is a rumor?
It been in the air. It been rumor like that
So
once she's
how did
alive.
you hear it, Waka? Waka, a lot of people follow you. I want you to say something that is truthful, that is indisputable, that is on record. That's what the Costa Show is known for. The Costa Show is known for unearthing the truth, right? So what you telling me now? Has Ellen Johnson Sirleaf ever said that?
Yes, it was reported. It was reported. A lot of media institutions say that, most especially when you listen to radio stations here, you hear them saying that the former president have said that once she's alive, Ambassador Boakai will not be president of the Republic of Liberia. So if she's going back, like I'm hearing now that she will be endorsing him, then I don't know how true is that, but we stay just hearing it in the corridor. And she's not God. Even if she say that, she's not God to stop somebody from becoming president of the Republic of Liberia.
No.
It's only God that
Waka,
can destine people for becoming president.
So, Waka, you what I was saying. First of all,
Mm.
that statement is not factual. It's untruth. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has never said that. What has been happening is people are interpreting what happened in 2017. That in 2017, there was a sitting president, that there was a succession race, who to succeed her, and an opposition leader succeeded her. The fact is, Waka, we were here in 2017. I was not on Pluto planet. I was right here in Monrovia. I was in Nimba. I was in the trenches. I can tell you, many places, many politically active Liberians were saying they would not allow a third term. They were not trying to build a dynasty. There is no time for TWP, two party coming. They were considering Unity Party to be like the TWP, that they were going to have a stranglehold on power. That was the debate at the time, okay? So the whole thing about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf days, look, if the vote had gone the way when a Bwaka won, a Unity Party had won 14 counties out of 15, there is no way Ellen Johnson Sirleaf would have reversed it, right? So let's face the fact. So if we believe that, to even claim on this thing, it means that Joseph Newman Bwaka won and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf reversed it. You know, to even believe such a thing. If we believe such a thing is dangerous, that means whoever has the power can actually subvert the will of the voters. You know, let us not buy into that argument that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf flipped the result in favor of WIA because she supported WIA, that's why WIA won. If this woman is so powerful, why is she doesn't endorse Unity Party? Does that spell doom again, like 2017? So let's be careful how we support these kinds of untruthful story. Here what I know. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf at this moment, Waka, sometimes people don't know this. Very educated people come here and parade this on thing. If you sit on the board, the United Nations board, she sits on different global board. And the more the Ibrahim More Ibrahim Award has some restriction. She cannot get directly in the politics of this country anymore. Okay? So there are restrictions on some of the awards she has received. She cannot endorse WIA, she cannot endorse or Joseph Newman Bwaka, she cannot endorse Councillor Tiawan Gonglo, even though I know it would take a Tema Jai to do that. So there are restrictions on some of the awards and some of the
Mr.
privileges she's receiving. So those who are
Mr.
making that post, they are actually living in Wonderland or in Dreamland.
No, don't say that. You see now, I don't know how you can base your argument. She don't need to come out clear to say, "Oh, I will support." She call. You listen to Senator Abraham Darros Delon. You listen to Nyombli Kanga Lawrence. She called Nyombli Kanga Lawrence. She called Abraham Darros Delon to a meeting wherein she requested for Nyombli to go as running mate to Mr. Alexander Cummings, and they refused. So if we hear such a rumor in a corridor, we will not disprove it, Mr. Gonglo. She's still taking part into our body politics. Nothing is untrue.
But she can never endorse anybody publicly. She can never endorse anybody publicly.
Come in now, Mr. Gonglo. Please give me a chance. If all we can do, for me, like I said, this news is not confirmed. That's all I can say. Until I can see what will occur or what will happen. But for me to just sit down and say, "Oh, it will not happen because of a war," or blah blah blah. This is Africa, my brother. This is Africa. And nothing is impossible. Absolutely, we can only do that into the Western wars, not in Africa, most especially Liberia. She can support anybody. She can support anybody behind closed doors. She have finance, and financially supporting somebody, it means that you are supporting them one way or the other. She will not come publicly to say, "Oh, I'm endorsing Party X." But what she did between Mr. Alexander Cummings and Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, that clearly stated that, oh, she's still taking part into our body politics. It was not from me. Not me that said that. Those that said it, they were in a meeting. She called, and let me say, Mr. Darros Delon. She called Nyombli Kanga Lawrence when former Vice President Joseph Boakai named his running mate, and they felt that they were no longer part of the process. They wanted to leave the UP. She called them on board and said, "Oh, I want for you guys to support. I want for Nyombli to go as running mate to Mr. Cummings," and they refused. So we'll say she's not taking part into our body politics. If she's not taking part into our body politics, why would she call them and tell them that I want you to support a particular person? So let's
you see, Boaka, the thing is, it's still, for me, it's still a one-side story, right? Because I will compare that story of calling Mr. Delon and Mrs. Lawrence, my dear good friend Ada Lawrence, may his soul rest in peace, Mrs. Lawrence, to a meeting, closed door meeting, and all of you. I still consider it hearsay, because here is the fact. Until Ellen Johnson said that the information is alleged, because she is the initiator of that, she remains silent. We don't know the truth of that. I will compare it with this story. Two things. The $30 million case that people say, "Oh, Henry Costa," people say that, blah, blah. Joseph Numa Boakai went to Accra, Ghana, to meet. We don't know the truth of that story today until Henry speaks, until Boakai speaks, Joseph Numa Boakai speaks to that issue. We don't know the truth of that, what happened in Accra. Similarly, when Mr. Boakai and Mr. Cummings had a secret meeting in Ghana, ANC people say Joseph Boakai was asking for $15 million so he can back off from the race. Alexander Cummings people say we offer him $5 million. Unity Party people say Alexander Cummings offer $5 million so we can back off from the race. To date, Alexander Cummings has not spoken. Joseph Numa Boakai has not spoken. So it's still rumor. We don't know what happened between Alexander Cummings and Boakai in Ghana. That story about bribing Boakai to drop out of the race, the story about Boakai soliciting $15 million from Alexander Cummings is still hanging there, right? It's the same thing here. And until Ellen Johnson Sirleaf speaks to this matter, for me, it's still hanging there.
Mr. Gunglo, you think really Ellen Johnson Sirleaf will come and speak out about it? You think she will? So those that were in the meeting,
but this one, it bothers on the record.
I come in now, Mr. Gonglo.
It bothers on the record. She can speak to him.
I come in now, Mr. Gonglo. Those that were in the meeting, they came out and said, hey, and she as a person now come and say, oh, it did not happen, or I never call anybody to my house to tell them that, oh, you guys are lying. So it means that those that are saying it, or those that attended the meeting that she called for, the Nyombri Kanga Lauren, the Darius Dillon, it means that they are lying. It means that they are lying, right? Mr. Google, let's now, because Ellie would never come and say anything about it.
Bwaga, I can give it. Bwaga, let me give it to you. Let me say what they're saying is true. Will you also say the meeting that took place between Alexander Cummings and Joseph Bwaga in Ghana? That Cummings people said Bwaga asked him for $15 million. And Bwaga, Mr. Ambassador Bwaga has now spoken about it. Is that true also? Same Ambassador Bwaga has now spoken about it.
Yes, of course. Huh? Yes, of course. Because let me tell you this about Liberia, Mr. Probably you, Mr. Gongo, there is no you need to, because Liberia, let me tell you this. They think about Romans in Liberia. There are a lot of facts when it comes to Romans in Liberia. There any other thing. Anything Romans in Liberia, there is fact behind it. You hear say, oh, this person is doing this. Most especially when you say that today, you can hear, oh, Bwaga is joining the party X, Y, and Z. Don't say la la until you see him coming up or you see it not happening. But Romans can be 85%.
We should not overlook it. Eh?
Yeah. You shouldn't overlook any Romans in Liberia, Mr. Gonglo. So if you think Ellen will come, former President Ellen Johnson said he will come and say, oh,
the country. Okay, all right. For me, when I hear all those things, I say, look, I just said to myself,
okay, so there's this.
For me, what I said to myself on this matter, I said, look, unless I hear from Ellen Johnson Sally, unless I hear from Bwaga whether he asked for $15 million, unless I hear from Bwaga on the
there's a little delay.
I'm always waiting to hear from a main player, like the meeting Ambassador Bwaga had with Henry Costa friends.
Mr. Gonglo, there's a little delay again from your end. So there's this there's this press release. You know, the last time the government of the people of Sierra Leone reported a plane coup that some officials in the Sierra Leone government plan to carry up in Sierra Leone. The coup, they said the former police chief and some top security officers planned that particular coup that they wanted to carry up in Sierra Leone, but the coup failed. So the former police chief was escaping from Sierra Leone and he got arrested in Liberia. And he was turned over to the Sierra Leone government. But the Liberian government came up with a press statement on yesterday. Moreover, they say on the 8th of August, which was the day before yesterday. This is the press release. It says, the government of Liberia has taken a decision to remove from its territory the Chief of Staff of Police of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Mr. Mohamed Y. Toure, also known as Shankon Paul Alamin N. Yati. Mr. Toure was apprehended in, oh God, I'm on the show you calling me. Mr. Toure was apprehended in Monrovia by Liberian security forces at the request of the Sierra Leonean authorities on the allegation of helping plan substantial activities intended to unseat the government and President Julius Maada Bio. Following preliminary investigation in Liberia and giving the assurance of the government of the Republic of Sierra Leone that the rights of the accused will be respected, including his rights to free, fair, a speedy trial. The Liberian government decided it was appropriate to hand over Mr. Toure to the government of Sierra Leone as requested by the authorities in that country. As requested by the authorities in that particular country. This handover to the Sierra Leonean government is in keeping with the laws of Liberia and the 1986 Non-Aggression Security Treaty entered into by the government of Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. The decision is also in line with the 1994 ECOWAS Convention. In other development, the government wishes to dismiss a session made in Tuesday publication of the Heritage newspaper, which quotes that the movement for progressive change presidential hopeful Seymour Freeman as saying that a rice shortage was imminent. In the publication, Mr. Freeman claimed that due to the Republic of India's ban on the importation of rice, Liberia will be affected in the coming months. The government wants to make it very clear that there will be no such shortage of rice on the local market and that there will be sufficient rice to supply the market up until 2024. The ban imposed by the Republic of India does not cover the type of rice, parboiled rice that Liberia imports for a local consumption. The Indian government ban on rice imported instead covers basmati rice and not parboiled rice. Signed Legend Renin. He's the Minister of Information. So, the government of Liberia turning over the former police boss that were arrested here in Liberia because, according to them, he was part of those that planned the coup in Sierra Leone. Part of those that the coup in Sierra Leone. And then the extradition treaty between Liberia and Sierra Leone, we need to look at that, Mr. Gonglo, because when Mr. Costa was arrested in Sierra Leone, the government of Liberia asked the Sierra Leone government to turn him over, but the Sierra Leone government refused on ground that he have his right to his lawyers, and Costa took a lawyer there in Sierra Leone. His lawyer protected him up until he left Sierra Leone for the United States of America. So I thought, from my understanding, that could have been done in the case of the former police boss here that got arrested here in Liberia by the Liberian government. Mr. Konglo, I don't know what's your position on this particular case.
Okay, so here what I will say. Thank you for that information. Because I was getting misinformation that either the former police chief has been living in Liberia. I don't know, but from what you read, he has not been living here. He just escaped to Liberia in recent days, right?
Yeah.
Waka.
Yes.
From what you read, he just escaped to Liberia, right? So
yeah,
when he escaped to Liberia, did he seek refugee status, like asylum, like a protection from the government? That's one thing to ask. But if you just enter without, okay, he's an equal citizen, he's a minor rural union citizen, he doesn't need visa to travel to Liberia. So if he enter here, I don't know if he declared his intention to seek protection from the government, like a refugee, political refugee. If he did, and the government of Liberia sent him back to Sierra Leone, that's in violation of international laws that protects refugees, okay? Or people who are fleeing from potential persecution. That violates that. But generally, Braga, here is my comment on the Sierra Leone saga. The election in Sierra Leone was clearly fraudulent. From all observation, Madabio cooked the results of the elections, right? But Madabio is not alone in starving of democratic trend in West Africa. West Africa, like I said a few weeks ago on this show, has been the heading in Africa. You know, whenever Africa is making progress, West Africa is actually taking Africa backward. And what is happening in West Africa today is very shameful. It is reckless. Many of the West African leaders are undemocratic. See what happened. The most powerful country in West Africa today, and probably by extension, the most powerful country in Africa, Nigeria. The Nigerian election was clearly a fraudulent election. Okay, They were bad stuffing. Peter Obi has challenged the election of Tinubu, Bola Tinubu. But what the West African leaders do, Baka, they quickly met in Nigeria, and in order to legitimize Tinubu power, they elected him as ECOWAS chairman to represent one of
Mr. Gonglo, your internet again. Yeah, and like you were saying, ECOWAS is becoming a sleeping bulldog, sleeping, giant, because the entire West African countries, we saw what happened in Sierra Leone, we saw what happened in Nigeria. So ECOWAS becoming a sleepy giant in West Africa is becoming alarming. So now you see all other countries in West Africa, the Francophone countries, they are militarists now taking over things there in the Francophone countries. What becomes of West Africa later on in other English-speaking countries? What becomes of that if they start to follow seeing what happened in the Francophone countries? So ECOWAS is becoming a sleeping, giant. Sleeping giant.
Yeah.
Because
so what
if they're good about endorsing or how do you call him? How do you call him, man? Tinubu in Nigeria, Tinubu, the entire process in Nigeria having been concluded yet, the people stay in court, but they went ahead and make Tinubu the head of ECOWAS. Now, where are we headed to? Do you think that when Joshua wins tomorrow, or Joshua, just rig the election in Liberia, they will be the same people that will come and say, "Oh, congratulations," and all the things that you are seeing Joshua doing because he wants for them to do the same for him. Joshua was the first person that congratulated Tinubu in West Africa. Joshua have turned over a citizen of Sierra Leone that escaped from his country because he was threatened, and he said, when you turn me over to Sierra Leone, they are going to kill me. What become of that citizen tomorrow if we discover that he's dead tomorrow? What become of our government? Our government will be responsible for his death because he escaped Sierra Leone and come here and say, "Oh, if there's anything, I want for the Liberian government to protect me." But what the Liberian government did was that they turned him over to the Sierra Leone government. What becomes of that citizen if there's anything that happens to him? The Liberian government will be responsible. So he just buying favor from all over. Now that, if elections don't go his way, or he rig the election comes October 10th.
But let me end my statement one day, because this thing I will soon call off.
Mr. Goklo, I don't know. I just can keep on with you. Yeah, I just can't keep on. So yeah, Mr. Goklo, he whenever he go, he come, I become distracted. Yeah. Oh God. So ECOWAS need to start focusing on what they used to do before. Now ECOWAS is not playing that role that they used to play before in West Africa. And a lot of people, a lot of states now, or other countries, they are no longer having interest, or they are no longer respecting ECOWAS. No. You saw what happened in Guinea when a security guard took over in Guinea. They went there. The man said, "You better pack off and leave my country," because they don't respect ECOWAS anymore. They just don't respect ECOWAS anymore, and ECOWAS is bringing that upon themselves. ECOWAS is bringing that upon themselves. So, Mr. Gonglo, I don't think I will bring him back again because, yeah, I just can't keep doing this. I'm becoming distracted. So, we'll open the phone lines today so we can take some calls on what occurred. Coming up now on 0770 102 102 86 010383 555 102 102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. 0770 102 102 086 010383 555 102 102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. Call me now and be live with us this morning on the Costa Show. Yeah, so you listen to the statement I'll put out by the Liberian government and why, according to them, let's take Frank Gibson on the line this morning. Good morning, Frank. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Bobby. Good morning to the people of Liberia. Frank Gibson, call from Paris.
Yeah, welcome, Frank.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to talk a little bit about this ECOWAS issue. You know, it's very sad, very unfortunate. Jawia took the Liberian people tax money. He chartered flight to attend Alassane Ouattara's inauguration, knowing that Alassane Ouattara had a coup d'etat, constitutional coup d'etat to run for a third term. That was not condemned. Liberia also sent a general. I sent you the photo of the young man sitting in the ECOWAS meeting in Nigeria to take part in the signing of a document that will launch another civil war in Niger. That's unfortunate. France is pushing ECOWAS to launch war in Niger on the African soil, on the African continent, while France is supporting Ukraine to defend Europe from Russia, waging another war on Europe. 54 European countries are supporting Ukraine to defend the European continent from Russia. Yet France is forcing ECOWAS to launch war on the African soil to cause another chaos in Africa. That's unfortunate. 19% of the electricity we use here in France, the uranium is from Niger. 19% of electricity used in France, the uranium of that particular resource is from Niger. Yet the capital city of Niger, Niamey, does not have stable electricity. In fact, it is Nigeria that's supplying Niger with electricity. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
First, is just stealing the people resources in Niger, and now forcing ECOWAS leader Jawia is trying to back that. That's you are support Jawia,
yeah,
and I will remain a supporter of Jawia.
Frank Gibson, the issue here is that Joshua need to do it because he think that if there's anything that happen here in Liberia, they themselves they will support him. So he's playing the role that, oh, I'm paying you now, I want you to pay me later on. That's why he's doing it.
What I do know, General Prince Johnson in Liberia, the general of the AFL, I'm not too sure he's prepared to launch a coup in Liberia. I don't think that will happen. Our Liberian soldiers, they don't have that capacity to do that. 3,000 men, I don't know what they will do. So it's not possible. But it's just unfortunate that African leader will try to dance the drum for France that is pushing them because France want to remain in Niger. But under no cost, France want to lose Niger. On the French TV station, they say they cannot afford losing Niger because it will be a big blow to France economy.
All right. Thank you so much, Frank Gibson, for calling in and making your contribution. We're still taking other calls here, +231 888 624171. We are looking at ECOWAS and what they are doing in West Africa. They are becoming very, 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 very much. Yeah. I just don't know how to describe them. The entire West Africa, ECOWAS is losing the grip on West Africa. They are becoming a sleeping giant. They are supporting each other. When you support me today, I support you tomorrow. That's what happened in West Africa this time around. We still taking your course. And what do you make of the other topic on a discussion? 0770-102-102-86, 010383. We are seeing the leg of Ambassador Joseph Newman Boakai and his team. They are out there campaigning. We're seeing the leg of President Josh Manawia and his team out there campaigning. We are yet to see Mr. Alexander Cummings and his team. You know, I don't know. Probably they are still preparing themselves. They are trying to get everything working because today is the 10th and we are left with exactly 2 months. So we can say they will not campaign. We left with 2 months. So probably they are keeping themselves for last minute to time. So we're still taking your calls. Keep them coming in. 0770-102-102-86, 010383-555-102-102. And you will be live with us this morning on the Costa Show. So wherever you are, let me see if I can get Mr. Gonglo back on. Mr. Gonglo, are you there now? Because you just coming on and off. Hello?
I'm here. I'm there. I've been in the background for a while now.
Yeah, because you're coming on and off, so and you could continue that. There'll be a lot of distraction. That's the problem. Let's take this caller here. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Waka.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
Yaki Williams calling from New Jersey.
New Jersey, welcome, my brother. You're live.
Yeah, a lot of people got their views, but there's everybody entitled to their view. Nobody view is special, and I got mine. So I want to express it on the issue of the coup in Niger and Nigeria role with ECOWAS. Nigeria is not actually trying to, do the dirty work for France or the international community. Nigeria is trying to do their own dirty work to protect their own investment. Why is the investment? There's a pipeline that's supposed to be leading from Nigeria going through Niger to connect with the pipeline already been built in Niger. That's supposed to go through as far as Libya and then France to supply Europe with natural gas. Billions of dollars Nigeria also make from there. And Niger, the coup in Niger is trying to find alliance with Russia. That pipeline is not going to go online. It's not going to be operational. That is a lesson to Nigeria. That is what Nigeria is trying to protect. Okay? That's my view. You can do your own research.
Okay. Thank you so much. And this is what I would say here on this platform. I'm saying this. Every candidate that contesting for the presidency, whenever they go to speak somewhere, I'm saying this today, mark my word, whenever they go to speak somewhere, I will listen to every statement they will make. And if they lie to the Liberian people about what they haven't done yet for the Liberian people, they come and lie. I will come on the platform and shame them like I'm about to do with President Josh Manawia. Yeah, like I'm about to do with President Josh Manawia. President Josh Manawia mounted a podium on yesterday. He mounted a podium on yesterday in Clara Town. And this man got a dry faith. Let me put it there. He said, the man get dry faith that he said when he was senator, he built roads, he built hospitals, he built schools. I was like, what is this? Why is this brother lying to the Liberian people that when he was senator, he did all of these things? When Joshua served as senator of Mossorado County, not a single bathroom he built for the Liberian people. But today, because he's campaigning in Mossorado County, he mustered the courage to lie to the Liberian people. And I see the people in Clara Town there clapping for this man, saying, oh, yes, you did it. Yes, he did it. Let's listen to what Mr. Weah said yesterday in Clara Town.
That man, I remember, living the foreign minister for 12 years.
Okay, this is
good years. My neighbor, he complained he was not president, but he spent 12 years as vice president. I spent 4 years as senator.
Okay, so this is Ambassador Weah. He referring to former Vice President Joseph Newman Barker. He said, my neighbor, because they both live in the same community. He said, my neighbor spent 12 years as Vice President, and me, I spent 4 years as senator. He that spent 12 years, he didn't do well for the people, but me that spent 4 years. Okay, he that spent 4 years, what he did, let's listen to him.
In caucus of Mosolano County, if you look around Mosolano County, put on projects, many projects in Mosolano. I'm not even vice president. If I, as a senator, build these roads and build schools and market and toilet as a senator.
I, as a senator, when I build these roads, schools, hospitals, just as a senator, what about you making me and why is it that when you give me another 6 years, I will not do what I've been doing since I became president or when I was senator? This President George Manning, we are lying. Broad day, the man lying to the Liberian people. Let's listen to him.
What I'm doing today is the mark. When a person tell you that you are vice president, so you have no authority, let nobody fool you. If you are not developed, you will never develop anyone. 12 years, 14 years, the mansion, the executive mansion, got burned. I remember living the foreign minister 12 years. And at the party today, that the same mansion where they burn, where small, where we face, is the party telling you that, oh, move the people, they're getting one turn, so the mansion where they face will go sit down there. Is that what they're telling you? Caucus of Mosolano County. If you look around Mosolano County, put on projects, many projects in Mosolano.
When I was a caucus for Mosolano County, when I was a senator, I put up many projects. I built schools, hospitals. And they brother can lie like somebody that come from hell. George Weah can lie. George Weah is lying physically to the Liberian people. And those in the slum, in Clarotown, where they can even, when rain fall for 2 days in row, you'll see water entering all in their room, their bedroom where they're sleeping. They were the one clapping for George Weah. They were the one clapping for George Weah. I did not say that George Weah didn't renovate the executive mansion. He did. But that's taxpayer money. George Weah shouldn't boast of it. Even though Ellie was taking the same money that she couldn't do. It was not Ambassador Bwaka that was collecting the money that belongs to the executive mansion. It was Ellie. We shouldn't look at Ambassador Bwaka. Ambassador Bwaka never had the authority to rebuild a mansion. It was Ellie that's supposed to do it. So if George Weah be here lying to the Liberian people that when he was senator, he built roads, he did that, he did this, why would you be lying? And if Ambassador Bwaka mount the podium and say something out of the way or come and lie to the Liberian people, I will come and badmouth him and tell him the same thing and tell him that he's lying to the Liberian people, just as I'm doing to George Weah. I will do exactly that. Mr. Kumi's come and lie to the Liberian people. I will tell him that, Mr. Kumi, you are lying. So George Weah will not come and lie to us yesterday that, I built schools when I was senator. Not a single project that I remember George Weah doing when he was senator. I bet anybody that in CDC that will look at me and say, yes, George Weah did a project when he was senator. I bet anybody in CDC to tell me that. I bet anybody. George Weah was basically receiving his salary and living his life when he was senator. George Weah, that's all you were doing. We'll open the phone lines again, 0770 102 102 86 010 555 102 102, and call in this morning and be a part of the conversation. Yeah. So when I listened to that brother yesterday, it just took me back. And I heard people, I saw people clapping for this man, clapping for him, making it look like, oh, the man is saying the truth. Today again, he will be district number 9. He will be in district number 10th. Oh, somebody said, George, we have built him pump. Where? If George, we have built him pump, or he placed him pump somewhere, me, I know about it. You show me the place that he put a him pump when he was senator. I'm not saying for presidency, please. I'm saying when George Weah was senator, let him show us where he carried out project. When George Weah took over as president, the first project that George Weah did was for him to build his condominiums. His condominiums on the Rafi Highway. That was what George Weah did. That was the first project. That was it. So I will tell you this: if Ambassador Barker goes somewhere and makes statement that is not true, we'll come and tell the Liberian people that, oh, Ambassador Barker, what you are saying, it is not true. Mr. Gonglo go and make a statement, we'll tell him that, oh, it is not true. So Weah is no exception. We will tell Mr. Weah, stop fooling and lying to the Liberian people. That will not get you to the presidency. If you think you have done well for the Liberian people, you don't even need to be campaigning. But now you are the one moving from community to community under the ring. An incumbent under the ring. The president looking for votes. Under the ring. Your job should have spoken for you. Your job, the thing that you have done for the Liberian people for the past 5.5 years, should speak for you. Should speak for you. They say, oh, when for instance, I said it behind the microphone and they tell me, say, oh, Baka, today we're taking you off, or tomorrow we'll be taking you off the macro, we'll be taking you off that show there. If I did well, the Liberian people judge me. Liberian people say, yes, when you are there, he was so objective, and I think we can allow him to go and work elsewhere. Or we can tell the Liberian people, or we can tell Mr. Costa for Baka to remain as co-host to him when Mr. Costa is coming back. But if I'm not doing better here in Liberia, or I'm not doing better behind this microphone, I'm not being objective and speaking ills to society, speaking about the ills in society. So they say we're taking Baka off that show. Liberian people will say, yes, he's not doing anything good there. So that's just what George Weah is doing. Ambassador Weah thought when we started in 2017, he thought that this particular day we're not going to reach. He thought that Liberian people were not, 2023 we're not going to reach. Now is the same Ambassador Boakai, Ambassador Weah that is all around here. All around here asking people to re-elect him. So we'll take some calls. Now see Mr. Gonglo. Your line is back. Mr. Gonglo?
Yes. How you doing, Bagan?
Yeah, I'm good.
Listen, so I can I aim my thought on the situation in West Africa?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, because your line is that going off and on is becoming.
Yeah, I don't know. I live in Miami now, so I'm having this issue. So like what I was saying earlier, if you look through West Africa, I think I listened to all the callers. There's a need for us to be concerned on the rapid decline of democratic process in West Africa, beginning with leaders of ECOWAS. Leaders of ECOWAS are nothing more than jokers. They're a bunch of jokers. Beginning with Tinubu election in Nigeria, that election is not over yet because the process is still being challenged in court, to Peter Obi and his legal teams are following the issue. And for ECOWAS leader to attempt to legitimize Tinubu by electing as ECOWAS chairman, one of the largest regions, in Africa, they elected him as chairman of that body. That gives him the chance now to interact with the United Nations, the European Union, and Nigeria itself is a powerful country. So what ECOWAS leaders did by giving Tinubu that chairmanship, it was a coup d'etat against them, I would say democratic process or democracy. I will argue that way. And the whole thing about Niger, we can look at it from different perspectives, either Nigeria economic interest, France economic interest, and what have you. But the fundamental thing is the guy who is under house arrest now, the guy who was overthrown, that president was not elected through a free and fair process. In fact, his election was so rigged compared to Nigeria and Sierra Leone. Okay? So there was no democracy in Niger. For West African leaders and the global community to say, we are going to restore democracy in Niger. There was no democracy in the first place to begin with. So what West African leaders are doing, whenever there is a coup d'etat, they get terrified, they get nervous, because it's just like they know what they're doing in their respective countries. If other soldiers take a bold step, they get nervous that, our soldier could copycat from these people and do the same thing to us. That is their reaction. So their reacting is a major reaction out of fear for their own life, out of fear for their own regime, out of fear for losing power. And this, we should watch that really in West Africa. If we are going through election, we should watch that out.
Okay.
And for the governor of Liberia to actually give for that guy in Sierra Leone, for me, in our neighboring country, Guinea, no democracy. Sierra Leone, democratic process was aborted by Malabio. We have to be concerned, and this is why I think the message in this election, Councillor Gonga, has been very clear that let's fight for the soul of Liberia based on the issues. Okay. Let's forget about, this person get 5 girlfriends and this person build wall, build road. Let's forget about that. Let's fight on the issues. Who can promote rule of law? Who can fight corruption? Who can promote democratic tendencies? Let's go for that. And I believe it's Councillor Gongo. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gonglo, for your point. We take some more calls. 0770 102 102 86 010 555 102 102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 24171. So I'm talking about President George. We are supporters are here saying I'm talking nonsense. That's your business. So you want for me to say that George, we are coming and lie to the Liberian people and say I will not let the Liberian people know. When Ambassador Boga lied to the Liberian people, I will let them know. When Mr. Alexander Kumis do the city, I will let them know. So let's take this person on the line. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Boakai. This is Sam calling from the United Kingdom.
Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, I want to give you a little bit of Liberian history.
Yeah, you can do that in 1 minute. You can do that in 1 minute.
Yeah, within a few minutes. In the first instance, do you know who built the executive mansion?
No, is it Doe?
No, it was V.S. Tubman.
Okay.
V.S. Tubman approached America to help him build the executive mansion. Yeah, he told them it was going to cost $20 million. America turned it down. America said they don't support administration project. So V.S. Tubman had to raise $9 million on his own to build the executive mansion in the 60s. And that was one of the icon buildings, not only in West Africa, but in Africa. No executive mansion is as huge and good as Liberia Executive Mansion. The Capitol House is the same regime, Tubman Talbot. The pavilion, the old one in Broad Street that burned down, they did that. The Ministry of Justice, they did it. So when Joshua said he did more than the past, what do you call it, the past president. He's lying. He doesn't know much about his history then. Even, the whole map of Broad Street and all that, it was mapped and structured by Tubman. So we should be proud of what our people do than tearing it down, okay? That's what I want to say.
Thank you so much for making your contribution. Let's take another person here on the line. Good morning. Your name is joining us from? Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Welcome.
Welcome. This is Benson Macy. I'm joining you from Texas, United States. I kind of feel it very funny when I hear people making statements that they don't spread across on all candidates. Okay, like your assertion that George Weah did no project when he got into government in 2014. For the 3 years or 4 years he was a senator.
Listen. I said I want to see the project George Weah did when he was senator in 2014 up until he became president. I'm not saying when
I agree.
President, which are the project that you know
2014.
about? Which are the project that you know about?
Okay, let's flip it. Let's spread that thing across. Can you show me the project Joseph Boyka did in 12 years he was a vice president?
If Joseph
No, wait. This is you see, we gotta start giving one narrative to our Liberian people.
Listen. You asked me a question. Let's have a dialogue. Let's have a dialogue. Okay. You asked me a question. What project Joseph Boyka did when he was former vice president, right? Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he did a project, but if he come to the Liberian people and lied that to say, oh, I did a project when I was a vice president, I will come on the same platform and tell the Liberian people that, and former vice president Boyka, you lied to the Liberian people that you did the project and it is not true, like the way George Weah doing. I'm not for Joseph Boyka. So if George Weah lie, I should sit down there and let it go free. When Joseph Boyka do the same thing, I will come right back on the show and tell you that, oh, the former vice president is lying to the Liberian people.
No, I'm not saying you should say he did what he said he did not do. I'm just saying that when you bring the statement out that say, look, these past leaders did not do anything. You could let's look at all of them. Don't just hold it on one. I agree. George, we are walking around and he lying. Yeah, he lying. I agree. We're not arguing George, we are lying. But when we come up with statements, we got to follow the statement through. I keep saying this. I don't like to use a measurement for one person and not for the other. I ask the same thing. I will do the same thing for Tiawan Gonklo. I will do the same. The reason I'm saying this is most time people start to set a session or start to make position. They only put it on one person. They don't carry it to the other one. And that's what hurt me when I heard the statement, oh, George Weah, because I didn't follow you for your beginning.
Okay, I see.
George Weah did not, I just, when you made a statement that George Weah did not do any project when he was senator, I said, okay, that's a fact. This is not all for argument, but so is it for Joseph Boyka.
Yeah, okay, so my point here, my point here, my brother, it's not about who is making a statement or whatsoever, but is that when you try to do something that you try to say something that you didn't do, that's the problem that I have. That's the problem that I have. Today, if Mr. Boyka come and say, oh, I did the project when I was former a vice president, I will go and do the background investigation. If I know that he's lying, I will tell him that he's lying, like the way George Weah is lying to the Liberian people. That's my point.
Okay. Right. Well, let me pose this question before I leave. We call Joseph Yima styled himself as Rescue One or Rescue and his team. Can you people please tell us what has Joseph Yima rescued? Given that for 12 years he led the group of 77, can you tell us how has Joseph Yima Boyka rescued the group of 77 such that it is self-sustainable or has sustainable entity within the group of 77? that we can entrust him to rescue Liberia.
My brother, I'm not a spokesman for Joseph Boakai in the Unity Party, but I read an article in Front Page Africa when the group of 77 said that when former vice president, when Joseph Boakai was vice president, he did far better for them than Joy Howard Taylor now. I read that in Front Page Africa, but that was way back. He did far better than what Joy Howard Taylor is doing now.
Can you find out and post it so we all can read it? Because I haven't seen anything that he did. But you're seeing that he said he did far better. What is the far better?
Okay.
Thank you, sir, for the time.
Thank you so much. Let me take somebody here. Like I said, I'm not the spokesperson for a Unity Party. Let's take this person. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Okay, this is Carson, and I just want to say thank you for your show this morning. And I listened to one of your callers who was trying to catalog Tottenham achievement and comparing it to what the president said, that he did more development than all those who came before him.
Mm-hmm.
As we all know, late President Tottenham was the longest serving president in Federal Library. He served for 27 years. I stand to be corrected. So try 27 years achievement from 6-year achievement. Do the comparative analysis. It will tell you that if you compare and contrast this president's 6-year achievement along with President Tottenham's 27-year achievement, no one is saying President Tottenham didn't do well. He did well. Building a executive mansion, building the structures, he did well. But his 27 years in power, if you are going to materialize the 27 years, by then Liberia should be far ahead the all of the countries, even above Africa. So by his saying that the president, that statement by the president is for me, because when I compare and contrast in good faith, President Tottenham did well, granted. He did a lot of development, infrastructure-wise, but staying in power for 27 years and looking at what he achieved, right? It should have been more than what Liberia has today. And other people came 12 years, 10 years, did nothing to build on what we had before. But this president came with little resources, using our own taxpayer money, little funding from the international community, doing a lot for us today around the country. I just came back and are going through around the country. I see a lot of development going on. People can grab through seeing infrastructure-wise, things are getting in place. Although we are not saying everything is bread and butter, we Liberia still have a lot of challenges that need to attend to. But at least there are certain things that are getting in place tomorrow. The next government come in power, they will build on and move Liberia forward. That's what we are saying. So let's have something that we build on. Tomorrow, the next government come in power. They don't have to build a road if the government succeed in completing the RA road, right? RIA road. If another government can, will they build that road? No. They will use another money to one. Maybe try to extend the airport or build another airport. The president have modernized the SKT stadium. If another government come in power, they don't have to go and modernize that place again. They may think of building another one.
All right. Thank you so much.
We have a headquarters today. So these are things we need to have bases. If you don't have base, then there is no country.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take another person on this line. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Good morning, Borga. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well.
Okay. Happy belated birthday anyway.
That's my birthday gift. I vex you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I heard you was talking about the president. Really, I didn't get the part that you said he lied. What part you said he lied? The particular thing he said in the statement he made yesterday. Which one was it lie?
So when Joey was senator, which of the project he took, which one of the building that he did? He said he built roads, he built schools, he built hospital when he was senator. when he was senator, please show me which one of the hospital he built. Let's begin with hospital.
No, I'm not going to name you hospital that he built, but
let's talk about the road. Let's talk about the road. Which one of the road he built when he was senator?
So now that the senator went to build road, when you say that now the people
listen. Let's move on. No. I come here. You will talk. I will give you the time you talk. We'll finish with hospital. You say you don't get time for hospital. We'll finish with road. You say you don't get time for road. Okay, let's focus on school. Which one of the school he built? Because according to him, when he was senator, those are the things those are the projects that he took. So I'm asking them bit by bit. Let's talk about the schools.
Okay, let me say this. Let me say this. I remember the last county tour that President Weah went for around Moreover, right? And you remember the last tour that he did? Okay. When he went to District 2, he did not speak about that place that he was hosting the program. In that program, I listened to one of the speakers say that President Weah, when he was senator, that built that place that he held the program. He did not say it. So that one of the projects there. And then they say, Baka, you will not dismiss. You will not dismiss my truth. You will not dismiss. And then,
except listen, except I was not in Liberia and I was not in the media. Then I will.
What will I lie to you now?
No, listen. If John,
I don't play my politics like that.
Okay, I'm not playing politics out of that. Also, if George Weah did a project, I would not come and sit behind the microphone and lie on Mr. Weah. Please, I will not do that.
Okay, so.
Yeah, I'm leaving you now. Just go ahead, make your point. I'm leaving. I'm not interrupting you again. Go ahead, make your point.
So here is my question, right, President? We are talking about the passport press today. How much it costs today? He advocated for that amongst on senators that were against it. Are you also saying that was a lie?
Now the project that he carry on for the Liberia people, eh?
No, I'm asking you because I say you somewhere special. You don't want to believe it, and I know one of those speakers spoke about it. They spoke about it. He did not. The speaker said, "Welcome back to this place that when you were senator, you built, but you saying a lie."
So President when the passport was 25 and went to 45, so President we had the project on passport too, eh? Because passport none 45 and it was 25 before. In order for long, passport here.
Passport I bought $150.
Passport was 25. They eat your ammo. That person where eat your ammo.
Passport at. Nobody in my eye. That was the price. I was not there alone that day.
No.
You know how that place can be crowded.
I beg you, yeah. Stop talking out there. I beg you, mama. The person that did that work for you, they eat your ammo.
Nobody did. I know what they want to say with. That's something that everybody was in line and going to get it. So don't dwell I did want to say. I don't go and do want to say some stuff. Okay. I used to go in by what the Bruce said.
All right.
It's not something that I did want to say. Okay, let's forget about that. I heard you say you want to dismiss that project that they talk about. But no problem. Those that there, they know that he did something. And then the second part you said, George Weah in a ring. Campaigning. He know he did work for the people. He should be there, not sleeping. So here is my question: the constitution that you get, it told us say they got special time to campaign. Joy, we are campaigning, and you know that rainy season. Why you get problem with it? So when Joseph Baka get in a rain, 2 years and you are in power for, you not supposed to go campaign, right?
Mama, I think I get problem with Joy. We are campaigning on rain.
No, you get problem with it. You say you talk about it.
You know, I'm giving an upper time because I want you clear your chest.
I clear it, and I will clear the money over that.
Listen now, let me make this point. Let me make this point.
So,
let me make this point that you're coming. I'm not stopping George Weah from campaigning. I only say, Mr. Weah, if Joseph Boakai, if he was president, the work that you did for the past 6 years, if you know you did well for the Liberian people, there's no need of you being on a ring to campaign. That was my point. But I'm not saying that he should be on a ring to campaign.
But Baga, you forgot to know that he ready to go campaign.
Like he right.
But then why you complaining? He should be complaining, say, I honor the ring. Because they may even ask you to change the term of the election. The person you're supporting now is supposed to be on a ring too.
All right, let's stop here now. The password issue, when you go back there, when you come in to get password again, you must patch you me. I will make sure you get it for 45 hours. Now hurry like again, yeah.
But the press my government in power now for to bring on board. So you can't tell me say you will pray for me.
Later, man, I beg you, I don't bring problem to my life the money. Let's take another caller here. Good morning and welcome, sir.
Brother.
Yeah, good morning.
How you doing, old man?
I'm doing pretty well.
My name is Bud. I'm calling from the state of Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we still got some Liberians who are very, very blind and wicked to our people in the Republic of Liberia. You see, when they talk about development, when they talk about other things, President Weah, let me start with this. The perception of our people, of our young people, you people, the perceptions that they had for President Weah, he damaged his own self. Look at where President Weah built his condominiums, and look at where President Weah went yesterday in our poo-poo water when he was passing, and the people told him, say, our market is leaking. What kind of development so much? If you get into power, your first year, if you do good, you don't need to campaign.
That's what I said.
Why is he campaigning on the ring? Why is he calling people at this time, President Weah? 2005, when President Weah got out there, people can come. Look at the place he was yesterday. Let him sit and think and say, is this Liberia that I'm rooting? Or is this Liberia that I'm leading? There are some people in Liberia still in the dark, very, very dark area. And the Weahian and the Seditians, they think say President Weah is doing good in Liberia. Let them elect President Weah. You know, I watched somebody from Lofa County. The man said when we vote for President Weah again, the answer will not get food to eat. I wonder they can go around and see Liberia. All of the projects that they're talking about, he undertake. Tell me one. The ministerial complex, it was built by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Tell me, Baka, what President Weah have done besides building his condominium? In 3 months in his presidency.
No, that they may build the 14 military hospital. He was president when they built the Emirate Hospital in Bapolu. He's building few football stadiums across the country. There are other things, tuition free at the University of Liberia. You know, a lot of other things he's doing. So let's not dismiss everything that he's been doing for the Liberian people also.
Yeah, don't give it to him. 14 military hospital. Don't give it to him. Okay, in 3 months of his presidency, in the eyes of the Liberian people, you built 47 condominiums. It's in Liberian people not seeing what he doing, and people sitting down there debating with you this morning, that lady. Passport. I took my passport. I sat down ready. I took my passport. I paid $300 to expedite my passport. That's his legacy. His legacy should be passport. President Weah's legacy now should be he had a football academy because that's his area.
All right.
No, man, when we'll go farther, man. Thank you, Baka. Liberia people stay sleeping. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 0770-102-102. Still taking your calls this morning. Let me take this person here quickly. Good morning, welcome. Your name, where joining us from?
Hey, Walker, this is Stanley. And I'm calling from Maryland. You getting me there?
Yeah, you say your name again?
Stanley, Stanley.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Stanley.
Okay, so I just want to make this point in a short one. You see, Walker, we live in a society where the education has been non-existent that people, like the last caller who left the line said, and I would just want to add to it, we live in this form of self-deception and we don't really understand the effect of it and the long-term impact it's going to have on our society. We don't hate George Weah. We don't love Joseph Walker. By the way, I don't love any politician, by the way. But at least when you see what is right, be able to say it as it is.
That's it.
Do not have any point of political correctness or political friendliness. When this person or this thing is done or is not done, you speak to the fact. It does not take away your value when you speak to the fact,
Sure.
but your value diminishes when you hide the fact and you want to give something deceptive to people so we can believe. There is nothing like understanding George Weah's obsession with presidency. George Weah is playing a gamble now with us. If George Weah was eating the food slowly, this second term, if Liberians give him a second term, he's gonna lick in the pen. Now, this is the power George Weah uses his tongue to lick all the remaining oil and red grain and say, "My God, for now." We will be left with a society that no presidential candidate after George Weah and CDC can ever give remedy to for the next probably 100 years. I hope Liberians are really understanding what this election means to the society and our future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. They are coming again in various communities, districts, and various counties. They are coming with that message again. For me, let me not lie to you. George Weah administration, the hardship have quadrupled. I know what I'm talking about. I'm in Liberia. I am in Liberia. I know what I am talking about. Rest cup now is 65 Liberian dollar for a cup of rice. Ellie brought this to us. When Ellie was in power, we used to buy rice for $30. Yeah, 25 for cup. 30, 25. But now a cup of rice under George Weah administration is sold for 60 to 65 Liberian dollar. How many persons are taking home pay or salary? Because now we are heading to elections. George Weah and his team, they want to make it look like, oh yeah, we are paying our people on time. I bet you, my Liberian people, if George Weah mistakenly win the elections, Father God in heaven, bless us. Father God, bless us. The thing that will happen to Liberia and Liberians, it will be more than ever before. And what I'm saying. So, we shouldn't repeat that mistake. We should never repeat that mistake. Let's take this person on the line quickly. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, black guy.
Yeah, your name is joining us from? Edwin.
This is Edwin Sharif here, calling from Painesville. Thank you for the recognition. Black guy, you see, when the 10th president of Zimbabwe, well, I'm forgetting his name, sir. When he went to Zimbabwe, when he took power, the first thing he did, most of the people were illiterate, they couldn't understand anything. So he invested into education. You see, Liberia, we need to invest into education because so many people don't understand what's happening to them. In the Bible, they say, because of ignorance, the people perish. And what happening to Liberia? George Weah came to power. In 4 months' time, George Weah built a whole lot of houses around. I can remember my brother and I, we drove to go see that place live on when those guys stopped us from even taking pictures. But they said to us, George Weah loved the country. George Weah said he would take a lot of people from poverty. Today, under his regime, the amount of people that are living in poverty is very high. People die, the auditors die. What George Weah did, he said they are doing girlfriend and boyfriend. President who loves his people would die and go on the air and he'd be saying those kind of things.
And today, still people can understand it. Some of his supporters are die-hard loyalists to him. But what we can say is, the people mind are made up. Trust me. The only thing Georgia is depending on to do, the only thing I know, I've close out of people that are in the CDC, the only thing they depend on to do is to wreck the election. And we will not allow it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, my brother, for calling Ellen Sherry. We can take like 2 more calls, then we wrap it up. We are seeing Honorable Yeka Koruba also. He's out today campaigning. Yep, Honorable Yeka Koruba, I'm seeing him now on the floor there in district number 10th. I hope all goes well, because President George Weah and his team are in district number 9, and later on will be going in district number 10. And I'm seeing Honorable Yeka Koluba and his team also in district number 10 campaigning. We hope all ends well. We hope all ends well. We take 2 more calls. 0770-102-102, 86-010383, or 555-102-102. Let's take our brother Tom Will. Tom Will, good morning. Welcome to the show. Yeah, good morning, Thomas.
Good morning, Bogger. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty well. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, Bogger. The Bible says, due to lack of knowledge, my people perish. Yeah, lack of knowledge. Bogger, look, Bogger, I don't have problem with people in CDC, sedition, who don't know their left from their right. Right? I don't have problem with them. I have problem with the educated people in CDC. Bogger, the people who come in our inbox, I mean, top executive of the party, of the government who come in our inbox and criticize the government. Yeah, building, we are building condominiums, all these things we're talking about, the paper made mistake. But you see the other people, like I get our arguing with you. But you know the beauty of democracy? The beauty of the democracy is good. Democracy is good. But democracy have disadvantage and advantage. And one of the disadvantages of democracy.
Mr. Thomas William, I don't know what's happening to your line. And yes.
Yeah, you get me?
Okay, go ahead. Conclude quickly, my brother.
Yeah. Democracy have disadvantage. And one of the disadvantages of democracy is that it allows even a fool to speak his or her mind. You understand? Who tell you that Joey was senator in Bay Road? When Joey was senator in Bay Hospital, in Bay School? Where she's coming from? And you spreading those kind of information around. Then you come back again and say, a senator is not a responsibility. You ask her, and she does not even know what to say. But the only thing we can tell the Liberian people is that we are in this to rescue them. We are in this 100% to rescue them, because this is the only opportunity they have to be rescued. Those people see 6 years as 150 years. Today, they are running in the rain campaign or in the people water. They don't even know they're walking in people water. People who never even used to tell them, say, leave me. They are booing at them. The sun on the world, the intervention of God is in Liberia now. It only level Liberia on the 10th of October to go and finish the work. And that's why we are in this to end it. So this is the opportunity the Liberian people have to change things around. The country has to be rescued. Okay. You understand? The country has retrogressed double decliningly in our country. And we have to be very careful. We all, Bogger, you have the responsibility as a journalist to make sure the society is stable and the people are rescued. So thank you for the work. And we are in this. We're going to make sure we end this October 10, 2023. One round victory is setting with God above. All things are possible. Thank you very much.
My man, la promo you can for doing for Joseph Baka, are sending the invoice here. Yeah? Okay, so like I said before, I could start talking about George Weah. If Ambassador Boakai make a statement that is not true, I will come here and tell him that what you are saying, it is not true. If Mr. Alexander Cummings make a statement that is not true, I will look in his face on the show and tell him that Mr. Alexander Cummings, what you are saying, it is not true. Likewise, Mr. Gonglo. But Joshua will not come and lie to us that when he was senator, he built roads, he built schools, he built hospitals. That's big lie. And we get few handful of people there clapping for him. And they are going sleeping in the slum. Today now, Joshua is not in their community again. How they will even get food to eat, I don't know. But God will provide one way or the other. But you think they can tell you, say, when somebody washing your back, you should wash your stomach. I'm not saying, I am not stopping you from re-electing Weah. All I can say to you is that if you think what Weah have done as a sitting president, if you think Weah did well for the past years, I beg you, my people, your vote for George Weah. If you think George Weah have failed miserably and he need to be changed, vote any other candidate. I'm not saying that you should vote for Boaka. I'm not saying that you should vote for Kumi. I'm not saying that you should vote for Gonglo or Lucini Camara or whosoever. I'm saying vote for somebody that you think will make that change. That's all I can tell you. There are people capable up there that can make that change. You believe in. But George Weah have been tested, and George Weah is not capable of leading a game. The country gone from bad to worst. See Kush, the drugs rate in our country gone far beyond what it was. I know my brother, when my big brother, Mr. Gonglo, are going to be here and going to say doing anytime. Drugs were also doing anytime. The drugs issue was less than during George Weah time. George Weah time, the drugs issue has gone far beyond anytime. I know what I'm saying. I'm into IT with a lot of youths, even during the anytime and the George Weah time. I'm always on the street. I know what's happening on the street. You go to entertainment centers. Even you park your car outside, you will see people there. Oh, people are there, people are that. Your own phone, somebody want to kill you for your phone. Just for them to go and take in Kush for $100 LD. We should give, I don't know which one of the government will come, will put stop to all of these things. Because Liberia, we are dying slowly. We are dying slowly. So, folks, we'll be back here tomorrow morning at exactly 10:30 for the weekend's edition of the Costa Morning Show. Boakai Amara Kamara is my name. I've been here and join us. Darlington will join in tomorrow. We'll be here to bring you an exclusive weekend's edition of the Costa Show. So, join me tomorrow morning. That's when I'll be back here with another edition of the Costa Show. Up until then, it's bye-bye from my end.